Hello everyone and welcome to another scrapbook layout share. Today I'm going to show you 10 layouts, so that's 5 double page spreads, and I've also got 3 bonus cards at the end of the video if you want to hang around to the end and I'll show you those. As you can see in front of me, I'm using the Hey Handsome paper packet that comes with the sticker sheet, and I'm also using, and I'll bring this in just to quickly show you, it's from our April to June catalogue. So this is the paper packet that I'm using here, the sticker sheet. I'm also using the acrylic shapes, and I've also used the stamp set that is the Hey Handsome scrapbooking stamp and thin cuts. Basically, I've used these images. I've used the camera, this pattern here that's really good for doing edges of paper, looking good for the title, and also the arrow and this fresh humour. So I'll point that out as I go through, and I just want to get straight into showing you the layouts that I've created. Right throughout this, I have kept a white daisy background, and most of you know that I do love white space, but the white space here will also provide places to do journaling. So you can journal up here, around this corner here, and I'll also put links to everything that I've used in the description below, and also a link for this workshop guide. So I have done a cutting guide, full color pictures and instructions on how to create all 5 double page spreads or 10 layouts. You can split these up. This could be a great front cover page if you were doing an album, and I think this one would be really good as a cover, as would several others throughout this, but you could have this as your cover page and choose this one for your back page. I love the zip strips in this collection. I have used each and every zip strip, and then I've created some of my own from this burlap or denim type paper as well. And I really love the word art with this paprika paper here. It's got some great words here that encompasses everything from outdoor to indoor type pursuits. So it really is a very versatile paper, and it does lend itself to a masculine feel. But as I said before, you can also use this for outdoor activities. I've used these 2 elements here from the stamp set, so fresh humour served daily, and this looking good one here, and little cameras tucked in, the stickers put around as well, and then these little dots are using onyx pearls. So when you use this, it's not quite solid black, it's more like a steely charcoal colour. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera, but I do love putting these around sticker elements. It just seems to give everything some grounding. And inking up the edges of the paper, I've just done the drag through of the paper. I haven't used a blending tool at all. I've just dragged the paper through my ink pad. I think it gives great definition between the white and the patterns. So let's go on to layout 2. I'm just going to bring the catalogue back in so you can see the sticker sheet here. I really do love how there are word art titles in here. There's lots of words on this one, but I love these little word strips. And that's what I've used to create this little area here to anchor down on the right point. I've got a grid placement of photos over here with a central part for a title. And this side, I just wanted to make more a sticker cluster type page with one focal photo, and then all of these little word strips are just placed up against the edge of this pattern piece of paper that I've used. This isn't a zip strip as such, I've just cut it to look like one, and I love the word art on this side as well. So what you'll see with the paper, if you don't want to put this sort of icon word art type thing, this is a very retro vintage type feel, you can flip it over and use this paprika one over here. Because the papers are double-sided, you can choose which one you want to feature on your layouts. This is the stamping with the stamp set here. You can see this here. It's actually a lot bigger than what it looks like on the front. This is not actual size. And I do love that this pattern can be stamped and then extended up the edge of the paper. So you can line them up fairly easily so that they match up and it's a continuous pattern around the corner. And this is the 3rd layout I've done. I've done another grid feature, but instead of having the grid to be all photos like this one, I've made the grid into pattern papers. And I really love how this looks. This is another one that you could use to be the front page in an album. It works quite well. So this sort of design works well as a double page spread, or a front and last page in an album. I love these camera elements, and this is a sticker, but of course this one has been stamped. So that's from this stamp set as well. So this little camera stamp here, it's just gorgeous. I love the fact that it's distressed. It really gives a great vintage feel, but it also adds added texture to the element rather than being a solid stamped camera. I've inked the edges of the pattern paper again. The sticker sheet has great titles that can be used on all the pages, so I don't have to stamp a title with this one. I can just use the stickers for it. So on to layout 4. This one has a more formal feel, but it's also got some fun elements as well. These are 2 of the zip strips. So there is the paprika star element, and then this fun one with the icons. So bicycles, glasses, bow ties, and motorbikes. It's a bit of an eclectic mix of images, but it really works well with any type of masculine page. And I love this motorbike with the You're a Classic over the top. These are some of the acrylic elements. You would have seen, I didn't point them out in the previous layouts, but you would have seen there's some stars and there's also some arrows as well. So there's lots of different elements to use on your layouts and your projects. The fabulous thing about these acrylic shapes is that they do have a matte and a shiny side. I've used the matte side on all of my elements when I've been using the acrylic shapes, and you can see that there's actually texture as well. So this is matte. I'll bring this up closer to the camera. The other side of this is all shiny and black, but this is a matte black, and then this has got a texture on it. So it's like it's been grunged up with a bit of sandpaper, but it just shows the definition of this top hat here, and I really love the look of that. Doing a stack of strips and a large photo mat holder for multiple photos just works quite well with this type of layout and gives a great masculine feel, I think. And you can see on the buttons I've actually threaded some twine through, and I have used glue dots on the back so that the twine stays in place as I'm threading it through, and then a big glue dot just to adhere it to the page. This layout here is mainly focusing on the green pattern paper. If you look at the paper pack, we've got Harbour and blues, we've got oranges, we've got grey, and there's also white as well. So the green is a different shade altogether. It's not really noticeable in all of these other patterns. So I decided that I would do a feature of the green pattern paper all on its own. So you can see that I've used the pennant stickers here in a different way than what we traditionally think of. These are the pennants in the sticker sheet, and they've got little tassels on there to make them look like banners, and you would normally hang those down across a corner of a page or across the bottom of a photo, but I decided that I wanted to make them a little triangular feature to hold this really cute sticker element here. I love what this says, and I just wanted to have that anchored to my page with these triangle banner pieces underneath it. Once again, I've done that stamping into the corners with the stamp set, and this is actually 2nd generation pine at the bottom, and then 2nd and 3rd generation on these top areas here. And all of these little tag strips here I've used like washi tape to anchor my photos. I'm just bringing the layouts back in, but I do want to show you the cards that I've made. And I also want to show you what I've got left over after making these 10 layouts and the cards. I did keep a fairly square format for all of these layouts because I just think it matches the masculine feel. Or you can use Harbour or Sapphire. Harbour is really the colour that's in this, but I think that the Sapphire still works fairly well. I'm just going to put these off to the side so I can bring in the cards. Now, when I finished doing the scrapbook layouts, I did have some stickers and some acrylic shapes left over, and these all have a similar type theme, so I thought they would be great to make birthday cards and Father's Day cards with. I've kept the acrylic shapes on this one here, so the glasses, mustache and bow tie, and you can see the little detail here that's on the bow tie, and I think you can tell the difference just as I'm doing this under the camera, that these definitely have a matte look to them, and I quite like that rather than the shiny. These glasses here have that etched sort of treatment to them as well, and the tie does as well, and this one's just with the stickers. So I've used little bits of paper here that were left over, and this one is stamped. So you can create cards like this with the pieces that are left over, but the instructions will be just for the scrapbooking layouts, but I will put photos of the cards in the workshop guide just for your reference if you want to make something like this up. So out of everything that I've used, the acrylic shapes, this is how many I have left over. I've used the whole entire packet. I did love them so much. On the sticker sheet, I've only got 4 stickers left, and I'm going to put that into my little collection of word art and my nature collection so that I can use these on other projects. And this is the paper packet. So you can see from this, there's not that much left over, but you could definitely create another double page spread or more cards or use this on another project altogether. I do love this whole entire collection. I love the word art, as I said before, or the icons. This would work really well with this denim type paper to make another page layout on. And then there's some of this Harbour plaid, or the green side, or the pine I should say, on the other side. And then a strip here which suits itself very well to making cards and things like that. I was very excited when I opened the catalogue for this period for April-June 2023 and saw the wonderful masculine type theme to these papers. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, happy crafting, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.